Welcome back to Hourglass of Wine. Today we have another quick guide to start learning about wine. It's not comprehensive, but rather a quick and dirty overview. If you're new to wine, you might not be too familiar with the name of this area, but if you get into wine, you're going to want to know it. And that is the Langhe. So this is your guide to Langhe wine in 5 minutes from the Langhe vineyards. Understanding where we are, the geography. As you may know, we are actually from the Langhe. We live in its capital, so to speak, Alba. I am currently in the Langhe vineyards outside of Novello, but let's understand exactly where that is. So tucked into the foothills of the Alps in an area called Piedmont, next to the Tanaro River, we find the Langhe. A UNESCO World Heritage area, it's famous for its rolling hills that are capped with small little villages. And some of these villages are known as famous crus for wines that we're going to talk about later. It's an area that has a very strong food and wine culture, famous not just for wine, but also for that precious high-cost white truffle. But we are here to talk about wine. So let's look at what you can expect to find in bottles and in your glass. Understanding the grapes. For our red grapes of the area, there are what I like to call the three musketeers of the Langhe wine world: Dolcetto, Barbera, and Nebbiolo. They are the most famous, recognizable, and the most planted red grapes of the area. So let's run through them quickly one by one. Dolcetto. This grape gives us nice, round, easy-to-drink wines. The name it means little sweet, literally, but not because the wine is sweet, but rather because the grapes are sweet. These wines are meant to be drunk young, and they are great for everyday meals. Barbera. This grape is known for its high acidity, so expect a nice, fresh, acidic wine with lots of cherry notes. The fruity cherry flavors plus that acidity with the hint of tannins makes it a fan favorite for food pairing. Nebbiolo. Nebbiolo is the king of the Langhe. It is characterized by high, drying tannins, that rough, sandy feeling that you get in your mouth with red wines. This tannin is what will help the grape form the foundation for some of our most prestigious denominations and allow it to age well. Other great red wine grapes to look out for in the Langhe will include Grignolino, Pella Verga, and Freisa. We will see a few international varieties crop up as well, like Pinot Noir, here called Pinot Nero. Most wines in the area we will see as monovarietals, but there are some blends that will exist. For white wines, the classic grape is Arneis, but if you really want to go indigenous, look for Nascetta or Favorita. We will also see international grapes like Chardonnay and Riesling crop up in this white wine scene. Understanding denominations and the labels. To talk about the wines you'll see, we need to quickly cover the denominations, a DOC versus a DOCG, because both are used very commonly in this area. DOC wines, or Denominazione di Origine Controllata, are based on a wider geographical delineation and few winemaking and farming rules. Meanwhile, the DOCG, or Denominazione di Origine Controllata e Garantita, is often considered a step up, as there are stricter geographical lines as well as more rules and regulations that winemakers must follow for things like harvest, yields, winemaking, and aging. Both wines still have to be certified by agencies as meeting a minimum standard, so the differences between DOC and DOCG in quality is not really a thing, but rather it's the regulation and the constriction of the winemaking. So here the top wines like Barolo and Barbaresco are going to be DOCGs. And to be called Barolo, the Nebbiolo grape must be farmed and vinified within the confines of 11 approved villages, of which Barolo is obviously one of them. It must be aged in oak for a certain amount of time, and it cannot be released before a certain period. Similar rules apply for Barbaresco, and it can only be farmed in 4 villages, but its requirements for aging and release are slightly shorter and younger than the Barolos. Other wines to look out for. So what are some wines that you can expect to see in a Langhe lineup? Well, let's take it grape by grape. Dolcetto. Look for Dolcetto d'Alba for a great DOC. Or in the DOCG realm, look for Diano d'Alba and Dogliani wines. Barbera. The most widely seen version of Barbera in the Langhe will be the Barbera d'Alba DOC. Nebbiolo. This king can be called by a few different names here. At the DOC level, we'll see Langhe Nebbiolo or Nebbiolo d'Alba. But at the top of the pyramid, we are going to have those two DOCGs that I talked about earlier, Barolo and Barbaresco. The tannins in a young Barolo or a young Barbaresco can be rather intense, which is why they require lots of aging and time in oak before they're even allowed to be released. This will help soften those tannins and make the wine more approachable. So there you have it, a quick and dirty guide to the wines of the Langhe, directly from the vineyards. Remember, Nebbiolo, Barbera, and Dolcetto are the big three, and Barolo and Barbaresco are the kings. Don't forget the whites like Arneis as well. If you found this guide helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more wine education below. And let us know in the comments, what is your favorite Langhe wine? I will leave you here with this video for more in-depth information on some Langhe wines if you want to keep learning. Cheers!